Transgender youth are staggeringly overrepresented among homeless populations. In the 2015 U.S. Transgender Survey, 15% of respondents said they ran away from home or were kicked out because of their gender identity. Fewer than 1 in 3 found their home to be gender affirming. And 10% they said they had experienced violence from an immediate family member because they were transgender. For far too many, transgender and gender nonconforming youth, school serves as their only safe haven, a place away from home where they can find validation, safety, privacy. We have to protect that. We have to ensure our schools are sanctuaries for every single student. We have to fight those who would try to rip that away from them. I hope today's action makes it abundantly clear that we will and we are. As Attorney General of California and as a father, protecting California's youth is a top priority. That includes protecting their right to education, their right to live as their authentic selves, and their right to decide if, when, how, and with whom they share their gender identity. Our youth deserve nothing less. To every LGBTQ plus young person listening today, please know that you have an ally in me, in the California Attorney General, in the California Department of Justice. I see you. I value you. I will protect you. I will protect your rights, your civil rights, your constitutional rights, your right to be who you are. We're here to stand with you and to fight for you. So please know you are not alone. With that, I'm happy to open it up to any questions, if you have any.
What about similar laws or similar rules that school districts in Temecula already have enacted? Are they also going to be included in this legal action?
They are not specifically included in this legal action, but they will be impacted by the results of this legal action. If they have the exact same policy as Chino Valley, and the policy of Chino Valley is deemed, as we believe it should be, as unconstitutional, discriminatory, and violative of the right to privacy of students, then the policies in any other school district who has embraced the similar policy or the same policy will also have a defective, illegal, unconstitutional policy that cannot continue.
And can you just clarify for us, because of the action taken by the state of California filing this lawsuit, immediately the school district cannot enact this policy? The press release said it's false. Is that something that happens right away, or does there have to be a hearing, or can you explain that?
Yeah, we are seeking immediate halting of the policy and for it not to continue because of, we believe, the imminent and irreparable harm that our declarations that we've submitted support. A court will decide. So the mere filing in and of itself does not lead to that action. A court has to agree with our position and issue a temporary restraining order or a preliminary injunction, and then that will sort of maintain the pre-policy status quo, so the policy does not go into effect as we continue to move through court to determine the legality of the policy.
Is there a hearing scheduled for this week?
We do not have hearings scheduled yet. We should learn more today. Today is our day of filing, and it takes a little time to determine what court will be in, when the hearing will be, but with a preliminary injunction and a temporary restraining order, it's moving rapidly, so we should know something later today. We should have a hearing within the next few days.
But that school district, I think, has had classes since August for a few weeks, so it seems like we feel like maybe some damage is already been done because of this policy.
We know it to be done. We know that damage to be done. We have declarations under oath from students, from teachers, testifying and affirming that the damage has occurred. That's why we're moving with aggressiveness and the speed that we're moving, and that's why we're seeking a temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction to halt the damage as soon as possible.
Have these students reached out to you?
Yeah, we did outreach. Some did outreach to us. It was both ways. This policy created a lot of fear, anxiety, pain, immediate emotional and mental harm, and put folks at risk of physical harm. So folks connected to our office, we did outreach, made sure people know that we were available, and people with strong feelings on this who were prepared to submit declarations under oath did so.
I know you can't talk about names or ages, but can you share any specific examples of students reaching out to you and sharing what they've been through in the last month with this policy?
Sure. With one student, we submitted the declaration. I think there's what's called a redacted version, which has some portions blocked out because of privacy and sensitivity. I think the name was Chris R., 17-year-old student. Talked about their transgender identity, the discrimination, harassment, bullying they face, and talked about the immediate emotional and psychological harm that the school board meeting on the policy created, that the policy's enactment created, the feeling of fear, of not being able to walk alone, of needing a full-fledged safety plan in place to be able to participate in public hearings and meetings, and the ongoing mental and emotional pain and harm that they're experiencing. That's one example, and that's in the written declarations that we've submitted. Any other questions? We're all responsible for our own actions. And what is happening right now is knowing by adults who are responsible for themselves, the actions they take. They have been warned by the California Department of Justice. They have been told the actions they are contemplating are illegal, and they have forced them through anyway. And so it's a choice. It's a choice to be hateful, a choice to discriminate, a choice to hurt children, to trample on their rights. They have chosen that. And we are here to prevent them from implementing that choice, to stand in the way of them and the children, the vulnerable children who they are seeking to harm. Now, through educational curriculum and inclusive approaches in curriculum and in education, and for our young people as they move from childhood to adulthood, and even for adults afterwards, are there opportunities to learn and grow, to understand inclusion and diversity? There's always opportunities, but you have to choose it. You have to want it. You have to be open-minded and committed. So that's always available. It's available now. And unfortunately, some parents, despite its availability, despite the law and our commitment here in California to diversity and inclusion, have chosen another path. It's a dangerous path. It's a harmful path. And it hurts children, and we're not going to let it happen. Any other questions? Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.